Druid here. Starting up another one of my live stream series that I've been really thinking about doing for a decent amount of time now, and this is Stardew Valley. Here at the channel, I do quite a bit of different games, anything from first-person shooters, MMORPGs, and stuff like that. But I really like some of the more laid-back, relaxing games like this as well. So, hope you guys enjoy, and kick back and get ready for the show. I am going to adjust my microphone real quick here, so excuse the noise if you get any. And let's see here. Getting the live control room set up for my live stream here, so if you guys give me just a second. Alrighty. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and actually do a new game. Name is going to be Druid. I have no clue what I'm gonna do for my farm name. Oh, I'm really bad at naming things. Well, I'm sitting here thinking, I guess I can do a little bit of a channel introduction. Been kind of needing to do one anyway. But, as I've said before, I play just about anything, and just got a hold of a better quality mic and everything like that. And I love gaming. I've been doing it for, God, years. Since I was a teenager. No, well, longer than that. But, I mean, solidly gaming. Probably since the beginning of the GameCube. We're gonna go just do GTG. But I was raised in Germany, and I remember playing like Super Nintendo and stuff like that back in Germany, and like Sega Genesis, Doom on the PC, stuff like that. So I mean, I started picking up a controller probably when I was like, I don't know, 5, 7 years old. I am actually going to go with Concerned Ape for my favorite thing, because if you don't know much about this game, it's a farming simulator. It's like the spiritual successor to Harvest Moon, and Concerned Ape is the developer, and when you put Concerned Ape in as your favorite thing, when you eat something called a star drop, it kind of gives like a little, oh hey, thanks for thinking of us kind of thing. I'm just going to randomize here. No, 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 no. To Mustachio. Oh hey, there's a Mohawk. Or a Cyclops. Go with that, except I'm going to change that hair. I mean, come on. Have an afro. Getting into all the female hairs. Already went through them all. Okay. I have brown hair, so I'll stick with that. Or that. Whatever. Ah. Here we go. You know, yeah, that'll work. I'm not going to skip the intro just for people who potentially haven't seen the game before. And then I think I am going to go with the forest farm. Your different farm selections, essentially, their own drawback. Your regular farm, it's a plain Jane farm, has quite a bit of space to do everything. Hilltop farm, a little less room, but it has a quarry. set up so you can do some mining and stuff like that right off your property. Hilltop, that has a bunch of like forageables, a lot more trees and stuff like that. So it's pretty good for resources and forageables. And then your riverland, if you really like fishing, it's got quite a bit less land, but there's a lot of fishing spots. And then your wilderness farm, honestly, kind of sucks because it's supposed to be for people who want to harvest things like slime and everything like that, but it doesn't have very much there for you to fight even later on in the game when some of the spawns start picking up and it's some enemies that are a little harder to kill. And there's honestly not. It's about as the same as the regular farm. So I guess if you just want the regular farm and maybe some extra enemies to kill at night or something like that, then it's a good choice, but not my biggest thing. So at the very beginning of the game, you see here, your character is talking to his grandfather and hands him a letter while he's on his deathbed, and tells him to open it when the worries of life and stuff like that start to be a little too much. And skeleton, then while your character's working at this nasty office place, which is honestly kind of like a certain supermarket store that starts with WAL, but I kind of like it. I think it's a good opening for the story. So then we go ahead and open the letter here, and I'll go back to that so you guys have a little bit of time to read it. But essentially, he ends up handing the farm down to you, so you end up moving to Stardew Valley, and you start up your farm. And now's the really boring bus drive. Everybody be quiet so we don't disturb the other people on the bus. We're greeted by Robin. She like fixes up your house and does a bunch of your buildings and stuff like that for you. I'm not gonna sit here and take the time to read everything out loud. It's a lot, and I'm okay with reading, but this is gonna be a fairly decently long little series here, and that's a lot of reading. So as you can tell, the place, just like Harvest Moon, is pretty run down. So, but we're gonna get that fixed up. This is the mayor of the town. There's some pretty funny stories going on about him and another character you meet later on. Trust me, I'll definitely point her out when I see her, because it's kind of funny. So if at any point in the game, if you guys want me to slow down on the scrolling or anything like that, don't be afraid to let me know. Let me just get this cutscene on. This is like, there's not very many cutscenes in the game. Most of what I'm going to be doing is all gameplay and stuff like that, so... And this is the one thing. Your save screen takes quite a little bit, but it's all good. So when you start up the game here, come over here. You get some seeds for free. Your grandpa just kind of leaves them there for you. Oh, it's Mayor Lewis. Never mind. But I'm going to turn on my fireplace, because I always turn on my fireplace. But, so your TV, you typically want to check this pretty much every day. So obviously you've got your weather report. It's going to tell you what the weather is going to be like the next day. Fortune teller. Fortune teller is very important. So yeah, it says, spirits are somewhat annoyed today. Luck will not be on your side. This tells you how successful you're going to be at things like fishing, mining, and everything like that. So it's very important to check that if you're looking to go out and do something like that. And then living off the land is kind of useless. I'm going to ignore that. So when we start up, we've got our tools here. I'm going to go ahead and clear out some of these weeds. Try to not chop as much as this down as you can, because once you get a silo, that can be turned into feed for your animals once you get animals. I am not going to listen to my own advice, because I'm just that way. I don't like clutter. Once I start getting a little more going on the farm and stuff like that, I'll actually fence off an area and put down like some grass starters, so that way I can actually get a nice little field of it going. So your first day, you want to kind of try to avoid using your axe and stuff like that as much as possible, because it does eat up energy. You want to try to stick to like your sickle or scythe or whatever they want to call it as much as possible, just to kind of help conserve your energy for that first day. And this is why. I'm going to go into the options here. If you're playing on console, this is a very good tip for you. Go over to your options here and say always show tool hit location. I usually check that off too. And placement tile indicator. And I don't like controller style menus. I like to be able to move around freely like that. This is something that they just recently added into the game, and I am actually going to turn down the music volume a little bit here. There we go. We'll keep this sound volume up a little bit more. There we go. My footsteps do not need to be that loud. And that should be it. Okay. See, now you can see where your tools are going to hit whenever you go to use them. So I've got 15 seeds, so I'm going to go ahead and dig up 15 spots. Now, other than this first batch of parsnips, I am not going to be buying any more parsnips because I've been playing Stardew Valley for quite some time now on a different account, and I don't care for parsnips. Yeah, they grow really quickly, but the amount of money you get off of selling them is not ideal. You actually make more gold per day planting something like potatoes or cauliflower. In this case, I'm actually going to go with potatoes because if I remember right, other than like strawberries and stuff like that, which you can only buy one day of the month, they're the highest grossing crop that you can buy. One of them. Most of the time, like right now we're in spring, summer, I usually go with blueberries. Blueberries are a very good choice. Fall cranberries are very good. And then in wintertime, you really don't plant anything other than maybe like some wintertime seeds because you can't grow any like actual crops during then. So as you can see, potatoes are a little bit more expensive, obviously, 50 gold compared to 20 gold. But they only take 6 days to mature, and they, like it says, they have a chance of yielding multiple potatoes a harvest. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your money from. Cauliflower is a good choice, and then beans, they keep producing constantly, so they're always going to be a good choice as well. We're going to go ahead and get these potatoes planted, and then I'll go ahead and introduce myself and you guys to some of the other townspeople here. 10, so that's not too terrible. I'm actually going to be fairly energy efficient with my day, so I might take some time to get up some of these rocks. Make this little area look a little bit nicer. Oops. And you can see there, sometimes you don't have to be, like, right on the object you're trying to hit. It's kind of nice. Alright, we've already got this first little area cleared up, which is pretty good, actually. Little bunny rabbit. The other thing here, you can see my cursor moving around. If you hover over this exclamation mark, that's your journal. You check there. Say it says getting started. Cultivate and harvest your first parsnip. You'll get a lot of things in here that will actually have rewards for you. So it is worth it to check. A lot of the times you'll get the journal quests and stuff like that from your mailbox. So here's Dr. Harvey. Obviously the local doctor. It's kind of creepy. This is the girl I was talking about. This is Marnie. So Mayor Lewis and Marnie have a little bit of a thing going on. And actually later in the game, you'll end up finding a little bit more about that. Like, you'll have to actually retrieve the mayor's underwear from her house and stuff like that. It's kind of funny. But there's a lot of stuff like that in this game. Like, it's one of those games where if you take the time to actually dive a little bit further into the actual story of the game and everything like that, or the things that are happening around you, you find out that there's actually some fairly serious tones in this game. So this is your calendar. Each month is one season, so there's only like 4 months in a year. But you come up to the calendar and it tells you everybody's birthdays, and then it also gives you your holidays, like your holidays and festivals and stuff like that. It's also a little bit of a clue to tell you where people are at, because as you can see, like right now, Shane, he's in a uniform right now, so you can tell he's actually at work. So that's where you can find him right now. Usually he's not in this 24/7. Right next to it, you've got your help wanted sign. These will post quests for you that usually like have to be completed within a day to like 3 days. But it's good for a little bit of money. Over here, we've got the Star Drop Saloon and the person who runs it, Gus. And then off to the left here, we've got a couple of houses. Got those two right there. Up just north, you saw me go into there earlier. That's like the general store, and then the doctor's right off to the side of it. The only time you're ever at the doctor is if you like pass out in the middle of the night or something like that, or if you die in the mines. But this is another house that has like 3 people in it. Another house, a trailer. That is the house of Pam and Penny. And then this is the mayor's house. And off to the right, you've got a couple of noteworthy buildings. First off is your museum / library. You'll dig things up from the ground and you can donate them to the library, or you'll find certain minerals and stuff like that in the mines that you can donate as well. And you get a lot of rewards from donating to them, so it's fairly important to do. And then in here we have our blacksmith, Clint. You'll go to him to break open geodes that you find in the mine, as well as upgrade your tools. So you definitely want to remember that place. Now we'll go ahead and take a trip down to the beach real quick here. So I call him Beach Fabio. His name is Elliot. But, yeah, he's got a tiny little cabin on the beach. I try to, especially early game, I try to come down here as much as possible to check out the beach, because there's a lot of forageables down here that sell for a little bit of money. But as you can tell in the very beginning of the game, inventory space is fairly limited, though. So you really have to kind of pick and choose. And then this is Willie's little shack. He's the local, like, fishing guru, I guess you could call him. He's got a little shop. You can buy, like, fishing poles off of him and bait and everything. And so that's pretty important if you like fishing. I hate fishing. I can't stand it. So if you're looking for, I guess, a Let's Play where you see a lot of fishing, it's probably not going to happen here. So we got the sewers. You can go down into those later in the game. But that won't be for a while here. And down here we've got Leah's cottage. She's one of the potential people that you can marry. And then Marnie's place up here. You can buy like animal feed and stuff like that from her. It's gonna be kind of tough to get through here. Oh no, not too bad. And we are just going to go ahead and go to bed. And from here, I am probably going to call it a day. I'm going to end up doing multiple days in a row on future live streams. It's just kind of like the introduction to the stream. So, I mean, if you guys like what you see and everything like that, go ahead and feel free to drop a like, subscribe, share the video, whatever have you. And if you guys want more, I'll go ahead and keep making more. Thank you guys for watching. This is DTEG Druid here, and I will see you next time.